Hello, soul readers, and welcome back to Soul Stories with Mitakshi. I'm here with a new video with a new topic, and today's topic is: Are you the black sheep? Now, what do we mean by the black sheep? We are going to know all about this in this video. In this video, we are going to cover the topic in three parts. First, what is a black sheep? Second, signs that you are probably the black sheep. And third, how to cope with being a black sheep. Now, if you ever look up the definition of a black sheep online, like if you Google it or you go to a Merriam dictionary or a Cambridge dictionary, the common definition you're going to find is a black sheep is someone who brings something called disgrace to the family. Now, that might sound a little bit triggering to you, or it might sound something that is bad to you, but in reality, it's actually not. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into it. So, let's see if you are the black sheep of the family or not. Sign number 1: you have an unusual career path or lifestyle. That is, you are different from what is common in your family. Let's just say that, for example, if you have a family of well-educated people and you don't choose to pursue education, but rather you're very street smart and believe in running your own business, then this would look as something that is not so good to the people in your social group and in your family, making you the odd one out. That is the black sheep of the family. Sign number 2: you are a seeker of the truth. Now, every social construct, be it your family or friend group or society in general or your culture, have certain things that they believe in to be true, which you might not identify with as your own personal truth. So you might just go out and seek your own definition of what seems to be true. For example, if you have a really religious social construct, or on the contrary, you have an atheist social construct. In both of these situations, if you have a religious social construct and you are someone who believes more in logic and definition of things, then you are the odd one out for your family, making you the black sheep. And if you have an atheist social construct and you believe in spirituality and religious concept, then again you are the odd one out in your social construct, making you the black sheep of your social construct and family. You are usually the last person invited. This is your third sign. People don't invite you that much to the gatherings or celebration because you have different tastes, preferences and likes compared to them. And if there is ever a social gathering or an outing, you are probably going to be the last person invited. Fourth, people think that you are adopted. This might not be the most usual or common sort of sign, but you might look different and be different that continuously shock your family as being a part of them, and people might conclude that you might be adopted. Fifth sign is that they sully your reputation. A lot of people talk behind your back and speak poorly of you, even those outside the family circle, because they do not relate to you. So whatever we do not relate to and we find different, we usually reject. It's a psychological thing that most people do, as differences spark intimidation in people. This is another sign that you are the black sheep of the family. Sign number 6 is you have major trust issues. Trust does not come easily to you, and you usually feel alone when you're surrounded by those who love you, because you are just the isolated type and you have difficulties in trusting other people because of your fear of abandonment and pain that stems from your past experiences. Sign number 7, you have nothing in common. With most of the people that are a part of your social group or construct, do not have much in common with you. You would have a lot of qualities, opinions, and perspectives that are leading in the opposite direction of what the rest of the group considers as normal. And this is a sign that you are the black sheep. Sign number 8 is you look different, right? So if you look different, you are usually treated as an outcast. Let's just say that you have a social construct where most of the people consider dressing up appropriately in a particular form of attire, let's say formals, as normal or nice, but you are somebody who enjoys long hair and look different. You have a different style and you embody your personal style. This can lead to you being outcasted and looked at as being different because you follow your own path. You dance to a different drum and a different beat and think in a different manner about everything, about mostly everything than most people do, and this leads to you being the black sheep. Sign number 9 is you question everything. You're always observant and empath that can detect the slightest change in reaction or body language, and you're usually a deep thinker. This is another sign that you are the black sheep. You are labeled as stubborn and uncontrollable because you are different and you choose to follow your own path. You usually don't succumb down to what society tells you as acceptable and not acceptable, and how you should carry yourself and how you shouldn't carry yourself. This makes it for the other people in your social construct difficult to dominate you and to make you conform to their social construct and ideas, making you the black sheep. You often live with the past and have dealt with the issues of scapegoating. You have self-esteem issues. You might have given up on your religion. You're naturally headstrong and stubborn, and you are usually seen as a rebel. And these are the other signs of being a black sheep. So if you're resonating with any of these signs, or most of these signs, there is a very high probability that you are the black sheep in your social construct. But what does that mean for you? That makes your life typically miserable because you are not able to adjust in your social settings. You don't have that many friends. You don't get along with your family. You feel basically alone, outcasted. You have to deal with the pain of rejection. You have a fear of abandonment and other things on top of that. So how do you deal with it? And is it really that bad of a thing to be a black sheep? In the next part of the video, we are going to discover just that. Now I'm going to share 2 small stories with you. Number 1 story is Alexis and the second story is of Joey. So Alexis is a pretty white girl, okay, and she belongs to a really high class family, and her life is full of luxury and things like that. But over here, Alexis does not care about her high status, her luxurious life and things like that. And Alexis is dating a guy who is nothing but high class. So here, Alexis is naturally rejected by her family because her choices are something that her family does not believe in. They are different, they are out of the ordinary, and Alexis is anything but normal to her family. Whereas Joey's family believes in being well educated and having a nice job in a firm and things like that, but Joey over here has no interest in studies. Joey likes to play games on the computer and wants to build a career in that, and one day Joey runs away from his house because he is too tired of the family expectation and burdens for him to be like them and to conform to their ideas and their beliefs of what a good life path or what a good career looks like. Here, Joey is also looked at as not normal, in need for therapy and things like that, right? So what all black sheeps have in common are certain aspects of themselves. They have differences in their overall values compared to their direct or close-up social construct. They have differences in religious belief. They have differences in political affiliation. They have physical differences, like they might have a different sort of an hair color. They might have race differences, or they might have tattoos where nobody in the family really appreciates tattoos or likes tattoos. right? They might have differences in occupation or having a job that is rejected by their family members. They might have a choice in life partner that is being rejected by their family. They have familial abandonment and issues due to things like their identity. Like members of the LGBTQ plus community face this a lot because they are the black sheeps of their family. Having mental health conditions or substance use disorders and differences in financial status. The rest of your family might be very rich and you might not be, or you might be very rich and the rest of your family might not be. So obviously when you have so many differences, it's difficult for people to understand you, to look at you as the same and them, as the same as them, and feel a sense of belonging with you. So what do you do in this? Is this all your fault that you're different? No, guys, not really. You must have that compassion for yourself, because you being the black sheep has a very important reason behind it. See, every social construct has grown in its own way and sort of becomes rigid after reaching a point. Every social construct, to change its ways and to embrace something new, requires that one person, individual or thing that challenges their beliefs. So you are somebody who makes these people reflect on what they lack inside of them. For example, your different religious values, your different job preferences, your different choice in partners, and your different looking, like if you like tattoos and you dress differently than what your family considers normal, challenges their belief systems, challenges their confidence, challenges their own issues as to why they can't do it and why are you doing it. Why are you not submissive and normal to what societal standards are? So they're kind of, your parents would growing up would always feel that you stick out like a sore thumb and your life moving forward might be difficult, which might lead to them being over controlling and trying to make you conform as to what they perceive to be normal in their society. But imagine what would happen if you actually just conform to the ideas of others. If you conform to the ideas of others and knowing that you are not that person deep down, you are just going to experience a sense of emptiness, unacceptability, which is going to drive you insane. So you are self-sabotaging and being counterproductive, and you are not meeting the real goal of what it means to be a black sheep. That is to bring in new ideas, to give new shape to the society and to deviate, because if there will be no one to protest or to rebel against what's considered normal, there will be absolutely no change in the society. And change is a necessity in life itself to survive. So if there is no change in your social construct or society, your society will reach a point where it will no longer exist, because everybody is just the same. There will be no innovation, there will be no creativity, there will be no bringing in of new ideas, there will be no change. And when there is no change, the only thing it can lead to is destruction. So what should you do? How can you cope with being the black sheep in your social construct? This next part right here is going to talk about that. Number one is deal with yourself with compassion. You have to be your own best friend. As you are an outcast and you are looked as not normal in your social construct, naturally you have a lesser number of friends. And when you have that, who's going to give you the compassion that you need? It's going to be you yourself only. But remember to be mindful and not over-identify with the term black sheep. That is, realize when you are just being outcasted for being different and when you're actually being rigid. Because having a balance is what's going to get you far in life, guys. So remember to give that positive self-talk to yourself and believe in your strengths, because you being different is what makes you unique. And you being unique is what makes you an original product in the market. You can accomplish a lot with your unique qualities rather than with just being a cheap first copy of an original. What makes you original is your differences, and you should never look down upon them. Now, the second advice is you can make amends and try communicating with your family about how you feel. Practicing positive communication and learning good communication skills can really serve you in the long term. If you know how to voice your needs without really sounding rude or angry or offended, it's going to get you much farther than if you just get involved in a verbal fight with those in your social construct, because that is just counterproductive communication and is going to lead nowhere. Third is connect to your chosen family. Now we need to understand that all kinds of people exist in the world. If there are religious people in the world, then there are also atheist people in the world. It doesn't matter if your direct social construct does not believe in the things that you believe in. There will be someone somewhere out there who has the same core values as you and believes in the same ideas and has the same drive as you. You just need to find those people, connect with them, and build your own social construct. And this is what is going to help you with this feeling of isolations, fear of abandonment, pain of rejection, and is going to get you much farther in raising your self-esteem and self-confidence, in preserving your own values for yourself. And lastly, I would suggest take therapy, because as a black sheep, you are likely to have gone through experiences that have accumulated tons of trauma, and you need healing from that. Okay, you need to understand what is right and what is wrong, and what is acceptable and not acceptable, what is abusive and non-abusive in your own head and for your own self, to be able to build healthy boundaries in the world and to present yourself in a much better way than what you have been doing over the past years because of your struggling self-beliefs and conflicting thought processes and ideas. Taking therapy would be really helpful for you, because it is going to help you understand yourself better on a lot of levels, and also those around you. The world completely just exists in duality. Okay, without duality there won't be a world. So you need to see what side you are on, or if you are just completely siding with the gray matter in between and you are neither black and white, then to be able to identify where you belong and what you need and what you believe in, therapy might help you build a roadmap and mind map for yourself and get you much farther in your journey. And in the end, remember to not lose hope, guys. You might feel that being a black sheep makes you completely hopeless and you'll never find the right people for you and you'll never fall in love and nobody will ever understand you, but none of these things are true. Because me being a black sheep myself, I can tell you that never happens. Okay, if you follow the right kind of strategies and build balance in your own life and believe in yourself and use your differences as your personal power and strength, it can help you find the right people. It can help you build your own chosen family. It can help you build a new social construct. And sooner and later you will heal from all those things that make you feel like an outcast and things like that. And all that negativity is just going to go away. So guys, don't lose hope in yourself. Don't lose hope just because you're different. You being different is what makes you special, and you should cherish that at all costs. It doesn't matter if other people understand it or not. You are perfect and absolutely brilliant. You are no less than anyone else in any matter. You might have a different approach and perspective to things, but that doesn't mean that you are not, just as capable of achieving the great things in life. You totally are. So don't let other people's opinions and gossip and things they say about you get to your head. Okay, just push them and brush them away aside, because they don't matter. They have their own view of thinking and you have your own view of thinking. And if you don't expect them to be like you, and you don't tell them all the time that be like me, why don't you understand me and why don't you conform to my ideas, you shouldn't place that burden on yourself that you should conform to other people's ideas and what they consider normal. What's their normal might not be yours, and your normal is naturally not normal to them, and that is absolutely okay. You just need to grow into that person of yourself that has that level of self-acceptance. And on that note, that will be all for this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you liked it. If you did, please give this channel a like, share, subscribe and comment so that I can continue to make more videos for you, because this is the essential part that gives me the motivation to bring more such spiritual and psychological content to you that helps you go ahead in your ascension and spiritual journeys. Now, one last thing that I would like to add on before I really end this video is that if you're a black sheep, you're naturally sensitive, empath, a reader between the lines. Okay, and those are your positive qualities. So work on them and make them work for you, instead of looking at yourself as bad and downbeating yourself, because that can really happen sometimes. So please, please, please don't do that to yourself, because you too deserve all the great things in life and all the happiness in life. On that note, love and light always. I hope you find peace within yourself. Bye bye.